with Kiddos Koral, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any future videos. Today I thought that I would do a favorites video. It's been a while since I've done one, and I know that you all really enjoy seeing these types of videos, so I thought I would show you some of the current things that I have been using and loving. So I'm just going to get right into it. For Christmas, I asked my son to send me some makeup, and he had specifically asked me, you know, what is it that you want? And my son really knows a lot about makeup because he does makeup for people's weddings and proms and so on, so on. Anyways, this is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Now, I was using the L'Oreal Infallible, but this I think I actually like better. I actually think that I get more coverage with this e.l.f. Camo Concealer. So I think for the price, it really is the bomb. I don't know if you guys can even see that on there or not, but there you go. I love this, and you know, it just has the little sponge on the stick, and I just put it underneath my eyes and work it in, and it works really, really well, and I love the coverage that it gives me. I have been loving the perfumes at Route 21. This is blush. I love the way this smells, and every time I wear this, Ronnie always says, "What are you wearing? That smells so good." But I love it, and it's not a very strong scent, so if you kind of like something a little bit more on the milder side, but you still want to wear perfume, I think this one here is it. I don't know, I just love the way it smells. In fact, I plan to go back in March and get me a couple more bottles of this because I have really used this one a lot. And I think I paid something like $13.99, and this bottle is really, really big. And I find that this is just as good as some very high-end, you know, perfumes. I like this even as much as I like my Juicy Couture. And I find that also, too, that I go to this more than I go to my really expensive stuff. Because I'm getting married in March, I have been trying, as you can tell, my roots need to be done so bad, but I've been putting it off and putting it off until I get closer to the big events that's going to happen so that my hair is all nice and done. I've been snipping my dead ends and just really trying to get my hair to be more conditioned for my big wedding. And this here is Biotin and Collagen. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's kind of hard the way the bottle is, you know, with this kind of translucent kind of bottle. But it's just a small bottle, but all you need is about the amount of less than a dime on your hands, and I just rub it together and I just put it in the ends of my hair after I shampoo and condition. And I find that this has been definitely working for me. Using face mask, and I love them. This is the St. Ives Glowing Sheet Mask. These are very inexpensive at Walmart. You know, like when it's Friday night, you take a bath before you go to bed. Sometimes I just like turn my Netflix on and just put this on, and I feel like maybe I'm doing something for myself. But in these winter months, especially since now that I have been going swimming a lot, I have found that I am using twice as much lotion on my skin and on my face, and so, you know, the St. Ives Glowing Mask, I really feel like it has been helping me stay hydrated. It really is not mine, but I did want to share it in this this video. I bought this for Ronnie for Christmas. You guys know what a Firestick is? Okay, it has an attachment that goes into the side of your TV. I have a 50 inch in here. And this here is excellent if you are visually impaired or blind, because this little button right here, you can push it and just talk into it and say, "Open Netflix," and it'll open Netflix, and he knows how to navigate and how to use this little thing to go up and down and sideways, and the screen will read what is there. So it'll read all the movies off to him, and it will also tell him what the movie is about, and he can pick one himself. And he can also use this to push and say open YouTube, and he can also put in there exactly what he wants to watch on YouTube. So I know that a lot of people have already talked about the Firestick, I'm sure, and I'm probably like way behind in getting on board with this, but this is an amazing thing, and I think it's honestly the best $35 I've ever spent. It's Christmassy looking, but it's this tumbler from the Dollar Tree. Now, at first, when I first got it, I thought, yeah, it's kind of cheapy, but I kind of like the little red Christmas trucks on it, and I love that theme. If you guys are on my Instagram, you guys know that I talk about that all the time. But they have these all the time in different prints, and I have to tell you, I use this cup all the time, like every single day. Sometimes I don't even put coffee in it. Sometimes it's just a lot of ice and ice water, or hot tea or hot chocolate, but whatever the case, this gets used, and it keeps your drink pretty warm for a little bit of time. But I do think that it's definitely worth $1. I also think it's really cute to kind of throw in with like a bag of coffee or something for a gift. And like I said, I know this one is Christmassy and Christmas is past, but they do sell these in a different print. So if you guys have been watching my recent videos, you guys know that I have been devouring the peppermint bark coffee that they came out with at Walmart. It was great value, brand. We loved it. Of course, now that Christmas is over, they're not selling it anymore. Ronnie and I love our coffee, and we like a very strong, robust type of coffee that does not have a bitterness to it. And so I found this one. This is our second bag, so I'm letting you guys know that we do absolutely love this coffee. But this is the Great Value brand. This is 100% Arabia Colombian ground coffee. It's nothing fancy. It's not Starbucks, I realize. This is probably really uncool to some of you all, but I will tell you that this makes a fantastic cup of coffee. This huge bag cost me less than $8, and I put 1/4 of a cup in my coffee pot for 12 cups of coffee, and it comes out just strong enough. It has a great flavor. Usually Ronnie and I drink our coffee completely black. Very seldom now do I even use creamer, but we love this coffee. And like I said, if you're looking for a great gift, I think this is it. If anybody wants to send this to me, just kidding. In this video that I've been going swimming a lot, and so it's been drying the stew out of my skin. I think it's really the hot tub. I think it has the most chlorine in it. It is so bad, but I can't seem to avoid it because it feels so good. You guys know what I'm talking about if you go to a gym. But this is baby oil gel. This is for adults. This is not for babies. But I think that this is the generic of the Vaseline Intensive Care baby oil gel. And I bought this because I have never found an equate brand that I don't like. This has a great smell. It's sort of like a cocoa butter kind of smell to it. It dissipates very quickly though. It's not a smell that stays with you all day. So if you don't like it, you don't have to worry about that. But I can tell you that I come home from the gym, I take my bath, and then I put this all over, and it just takes a wee little bit because it is greasy. But I find that my skin just absorbs it really, really quickly, especially after I come home from the gym. But it is keeping my skin from that tight, very dry, irritated, and sometimes it would be very itchy, and I know that it was the chlorine. But this product absolutely has helped me a great deal. I don't know if you guys have an Ollie's store, O-L-L-I-E-S, near you, but we have Ollie's here. I know there's one in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, I think it is. And I know several of you have said, oh yeah, I shop Ollie's. Well, over at Ollie's, I found this Bluetooth speaker. Okay, it's nothing fancy. It is VIV TAR. I Bluetooth this with my cell phone, and Ronnie and I can take this out on the porch because we have a big porch swing, and we can listen to music. This is also waterproof, and I have been intending to take it to the gym with me, but have not braved it yet. But I absolutely love this. The sound quality is great, and I paid less than $15 for this. And I love the fact that you can take it outside on your porch or whatever, and it gives you just enough volume that it's perfect for 2 people to listen to, or more, really. Our Spring Valley vitamins, these are 1,000 milligrams a piece, and I'm taking Biotin. I'm taking it for my hair, skin, and nails. I've been taking it for about 30 days now, and I can tell you, I can already tell a difference because I've had to cut my fingernails down twice since I started taking this. I know that a lot of YouTubers say that they use Biotin, and I'm kind of leery a little bit, not about taking vitamins in general, but just the brands. These come from Walmart. They were really inexpensive, but if you know of a Biotin that maybe you would recommend a lot better, you hear about organic vitamins and all natural vitamins, and you know, I'm kind of a little bit leery on that. So if you have any information, leave it down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I know you guys like to see a cleaning product. So this is a Mr. Clean with Gain. I just bought this bottle this week, and you can see how much I've already used of it. I love the way this smells. One thing is, I noticed when I go to Walmart, you used to be able to buy this in a spray bottle, and they don't have that anymore. They have some weird looking bottle now, but I miss just the regular spray bottle. But I've just been pouring this into a spray bottle. I love this, and it just smells, like I said, I mean, like, I want it to clean and I want it to work, but I want it to smell really good as well. You know, like when you clean a whole room and you come back in it and it just has that fresh, clean smell. That's what Mr. Clean with Gain does for me. This is my last product I'm going to share with you guys, and yes, it's another moisturizer. This is the Nivea Cream. I don't know if you guys have ever used this or not, but it is a very, what I consider to be a major cream. Can you see that? It's very, very thick. Very, very thick on your skin. It has a little bit of a smell, but it's sort of just like a fresh scent. It doesn't stay with you very long, but I really like this, especially after I shave my legs or at night before I go to bed. It's really good on the feet, on the hands. My parents actually had this at their house, and I found myself using it the whole time when I stayed with them, and I was like, when I get back, I'm going to have to buy me a jar of that. And I did. So I'm glad I did, because it does really work. I will warn you, though, I do think that it is kind of costly. But as far as its effectiveness, it's very effective. And look at this jar. I mean, it's huge. It's going to take me a long time to get through all of that. I did want to tell you guys, a lot of you guys have been asking, what do you watch on Netflix? So I thought I'd tell you my 2 favorite things on Netflix this month. The first thing is I have been watching The Stew out of Heart of Dixie. And I just got so stuck into it, and every night I watch about 2 episodes trying to go to bed, and I find myself in a situation where I don't want to go to sleep because I want to watch the next episode, and it's so bad. But I've been watching Heart of Dixie, and also too, Ron and I have been starting to watch Virgin River, and I noticed somebody on Facebook yesterday saying how much they have been really enjoying Virgin River. Now, from what I have seen before, there's only 1 season of Virgin River on there, but I think I'm on episode 7, and it is really, really good. I also want to suggest to you guys that if you have somebody in your life that is a huge nature lover or history buff, that likes to learn things about society, other cultures, that kind of thing, Curiosity Stream. it's not Ron's birthday yet, but it will be on the 24th of this month. And I had a friend that came over to help me load Curiosity Stream onto his TV so that he could use it with his Fire Stick. And that's what I got him for his birthday. Now, it is $19.99 a year. That's for the entire year. He has absolutely loved it. I mean, if you have a child that is into, you know, animals or history, places, you know, like Asia, Japan, if you're interested on things that, like how things are made, you know, it's got all of that educational stuff on there, and about prehistoric animals, dinosaurs, just anything you can think of, octopus, fish. So if you have, like I have 3 sons, this would have been an excellent gift for Lucas when he was younger, because he loved that kind of stuff. He just would get so engulfed into it. But I'm so glad that I got it for Ron for his birthday, because he has really enjoyed it. So I highly recommend that to you guys. If you guys are looking for something really cool to give to someone, give them a subscription to Curiosity Stream. Anyhow, that concludes my favorites for this probably for the winter, and I'll be talking to you all again soon. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm in the middle of planning a wedding, and I know I've been slow at getting content out to you guys, but I'm trying to do better with that. And I hope you guys are having a great 2020, and I'll be talking to you all again soon. Bye, guys.